What's going on, guys? Eric with TheWiscoGuyz, and in today's video we are revealing a new vehicle to the channel. So quick backstory on the vehicle: bought it in September of 24. It's currently the new year, 25 January. Ended up picking up this car. It was kind of just like a runabout car, good gas mileage type deal. Ended up being a runabout car. I picked it up so I wouldn't put miles on my pickup truck, which also gets like 10 miles a gallon. So I picked up this vehicle and just pretty much fixed a few things here and there. Didn't really record anything. Didn't really post anything about it. Actually, pretty much no one knows I have this car on the YouTube world, and probably a lot of family members don't even know I have it either. But yeah, just picked up the second car. Being only driving big Chev, I felt like I needed a kind of like a backup or what have you. So ended up picking this car. It's kind of a cool car. My buddy Mike kind of got me on him. So I started just searching Facebook Marketplace, and it was one of those ads where very minimal. All it said was new brakes, new tires, 220,000 miles. That was it. And it was definitely in the price range. It was listed for $1,800. So I ended up messaging the guy. He was an older guy. Definitely didn't have like a phone or anything like that. You could tell he just had a computer, and he would check at the same time every night. So ended up setting a time to go look at it. Took one of my friends that works at O'Reilly's, and we went up there because he was he has one of these cars. So I said, well, good to bring you because you know everything about these things. Hunter is his name. But my buddy Mike put me onto these cars because of what they are, what, like drivetrain and everything there is. So, but without further ado, let's go check out the car. Alrighty, so behind the camera is the new addition to the TheWiscoGuyz YouTube channel for vehicle. Without further ado, here it is. So you might be thinking to yourself, why are you showing off a 12 Impala? And as you've seen, it's kind of, it's got rust. It's not very good looking or anything like that. This thing's been hammered in the rear, I think, at one point, because this is all Bondo. It's been repaired. Dan's Auto Sales in Hurley, Wisconsin, had this at some point, but you can see all these sanding scratches and everything. It's just, this thing's been in a wreck, and it's whatever. It was listed for, the guy had it listed for over $2,000. Then he went down to $1,800 on his post on Facebook Marketplace. I got there, I took it for a ride with Hunter. We put the scan tool on it, and yeah, there was a couple things wrong. Check engine light was on for a purge valve. There was a rear wheel bearing that was bad, and then had a broken spring on this left hand rear. And the tires were okay, but he had two new ones, and the two other ones were like dry rotted old. So we ended up two tires matched the ones that were new, and did that. So yeah, it's just a good beater car. But what's interesting is the engine in here that you guys saw, the 3.6 liter V6 from GM, which they've also put in the Chevrolet Camaro. I think it's actually called a LXF engine, which is the 3.6 liter. This one has 300 horsepower. I think that's like 324 in the Camaros or something like that, maybe in the later years, but they ended up putting that engine in a lot of GM vehicles. Well, GM being GM, they're like, well, we still have the Impala body, let's keep selling it, but let's put the new drivetrain in it and make it have more horsepower than they had before, which was like the I think the 3.5 liter 3500s, and then the 3.9 liter and like the LTZs and the police interceptor packages. In 2012 they ended up stuffing the 3.6 liter in there, and if anybody really knows me, friends, family, whatever, they know I have an attraction to these four-door sedans from GM. I don't know what it is. It's like the big body GM front-wheel drives. It's just, I don't know. It's weird. It's like I have a thing for them. I've owned a couple of them. My family's owned a couple of them. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm used to them. So, and I would say after driving this for the last 4 months, it's probably one of the better beater cars I've ever had. Like, I'm sorry, it's like freezing out right now. I think it's 2 degrees, so I'm gonna sit in the car and we'll talk. Okay, so I'm inside the car. I had to start it, but interesting enough, I've had a few of these like big, not big, but front wheel drive GM 4-doors. Like I said before, this is probably the best one I've had. And for the simple fact that it has the 3.6 liter V6 with 300 horsepower. Also having the 6-speed automatic transmission is really nice. I've taken trips with this, a few trips with this, one to Green Bay and one to Mankato, Minnesota, averaging 31 miles to the gallon at about 75 to 85 miles an hour, which is insane. To go that speed and get that mileage, and it's quick. Like, this is the freaking, besides the WRX I owned, this is probably the quickest car I've had, and it's a freaking 4-door sedan with a V6. It just shows to realize I haven't had fast cars, but this is fun. It's a fun car to drive, and yeah, but it's running right now, and it's a quiet car. It runs really good. I might do spark plugs on it at some point, and show you how to do that. There's a trick to doing the back ones without taking the intake plenum off, and I kind of want to show that. So, but yeah, let's take it for a little ride. Another cool thing about this car is the column shifter. So this thing has a column shifter, and people that own these cars are like, what the heck, why does it have a column shift? And I'm like, I don't know. And you look down and like, it doesn't have the center shift. So I kind of like it because it's nostalgic to the Luminas, because the Luminas usually came with a column shift unless it was like a LTZ package. But yeah, so we're just going down the road. It's a quiet car. Alrighty. So this thing's got some power. I mean, it's pretty good. Well, we hit 60, hit the cruise. Torque converter locks up. Boom. And we're running about 1,400 RPMs at 60 mile an hour. Pretty good. So, I mean, it's respectable for a daily driver. That's pretty much what I'm getting at. This ain't no race car, even though it's got the Camaro engine in it. I know, but it's a oh, freaking sun. Okay, feels good though. We haven't had sun in like 3 weeks, but it's a good car. It drives well, gets good gas mileage, and it's flex fuel capable. I haven't tried that yet, so we're gonna have to try that out at some point. I don't want to do it in the middle of winter though. But comment below, like, what you think we should do with this car. If there's any mods, if there's anything like that. I mean, it's kind of just a second car, so I can kind of pretty much do anything to it.
but let me know if you guys have one, what you've been doing to it. It's just a fun daily driver, pretty much. It's January, we don't have frickin' snow, so like, just a nice beater. That's what me and Aaron have like called this thing. It's just a really nice beater. AC works, heat works, I mean cruise works. The only thing that doesn't work on this car, it's got power seats and everything. The only thing it doesn't work on this car is the rear defrost, and I gotta check the fuse for that. So I might try to do that today maybe. But yeah, comment below like what we should do to this thing, or if you guys do stuff to yours. You know, right now it's just pretty much stock, so if there's any fancy stuff that you guys are doing, let me know, put it in the comments below. But yeah, 2012 to 2000 whatever, 2016, 17, 8, I don't know how long they made these things for with the 3.6 liter, but yeah, definitely a fun daily driver that it has actually some horsepower, because like I said, I was driving Luminas and those only had like 170. This has got 300, and I like it. It's just it's just fun. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Definitely subscribe to the channel, comment below, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thanks guys, have a good day. Bye.